Hello students, welcome back to another video. In this video we are discussing about chemical effects of electric current, chapter 14 of class 8 science. In class 7 we discussed about the heating effect and magnetic effect of electricity. In this chapter we are going to discuss about chemical effect of electricity. First, how to make a conduction tester. A conduction tester is a device used to determine whether a substance is good or poor conductor of electricity. A conduction tester is a device used to determine whether a substance is good or bad conductor of electricity. Conduction tester using a torch and bulb. A simple conduction tester has an electric cell and a torch bulb. One terminal of the cell is connected to one terminal of the bulb by a wire. The other terminal of the cell and bulb have wires which can be brought in contact with the materials to test whether they are good or poor conductors of electricity. If the material is a good conductor, the bulb glows, and if it is a poor conductor, the bulb does not glow. This is the way how to make a conduction tester by using a torch bulb. Conduction tester you can also make by using LED. Sometimes the current flowing through the circuit may be too weak and the filament of the bulb may not get sufficiently heated to make it glow. Then instead of a torch bulb, an LED can be used in the circuit. LED glows even a weak current flows in the circuit. So sometimes the current flowing through the circuit may be too weak. So the bulb may not get sufficient heat to make it glow. Then instead of a torch bulb, we can use LED in the circuit, and LED glows even when a weak current flows in the circuit. Third one, conduction tester also can be made by a magnetic compass. If a magnetic compass is kept near the wire and current flows through the wire, the magnetic needle gets deflected. So we can use a magnetic compass instead of a torch bulb or LED in the circuit. The magnetic needle gets deflected even if the weak current flows in the circuit. This happens because of magnetic effect of electricity. If a magnetic compass is kept near the wire and current flows through the wire, the magnetic needle gets deflected. Then electrical conductivity of solids. Some solids are good conductors of electricity, especially metals like copper, steel, iron, aluminum, etc. We already discussed in the chapter metals and non-metal that metals are generally good conductors of electricity. Example, copper, steel, iron, aluminum, etc. Some solids are poor conductors of electricity, which are actually non-metals like wood, plastic, rubber, glass, etc. are bad conductors of electricity. Then what do you know about the electrical conductivity of liquids? Some liquids are good conductors of electricity. Example, tap water, salt solution, hydrochloric acid, sodium hydroxide, etc. are good conductors of electricity because they are the solutions of acids or bases and salts. So solutions of acids, bases and salts are good conductors of electricity. But some liquids are poor conductors of electricity like distilled water, sugar solution, kerosene and spirit, because They are free from ions. They are free from charged ions. Chemical effect of electric current. What do you mean by chemical effect of electric current? When electric current passes through a conducting solution, it causes chemical reactions. This is called a chemical effect of electric current. When an electric current passes through conducting solution, it causes chemical reactions. This is called chemical effect of electric current. Chemical effect of electric current may cause formation of gas bubbles at electrodes. There are two electrodes. One is cathode, one is anode. Cathode is connected to negative terminal of a battery. Anode is connected to positive terminal of a battery. So when electric current passes through a chemical solution, sometimes the formation of gas bubbles happens at the electrodes, or deposit of metal on the electrodes, or change in the color of the solution also noticed. By this we can confirm that some chemical reaction has happened in the solution. Formation of a gas bubbles at the electrodes, deposition of metal on the electrodes, or change in color of the solution happens when electricity passes through a chemical conducting solution. One example for chemical effect of electric current is electrolysis of water. Electrolysis of water. When electric current passes through water, when electric current passes through water, it split up into hydrogen and oxygen. This is called electrolysis of water. When electric current is passed through water, oxygen and hydrogens are liberated into different electrodes. Oxygen gas bubbles are produced at the electrode connected to positive terminal, that is anode, and hydrogen gas are liberated at the electrode connected to negative terminal of the battery, that is cathode. So oxygen is produced at anode and hydrogen is produced at cathode. So what is electrolysis of water? Electrolysis of water means when electric current passes through water, it is split up into hydrogen and oxygen. You know that water is composed of hydrogen and oxygen. And oxygen is liberated at anode where the positive terminal of battery is connected, and hydrogen is will be collected at cathode. Then another important application of chemical effect of electricity is that electroplating. What is electroplating? It is the process of depositing a layer of any desired metal on another material by means of electricity. The process of depositing a layer of any desired metal on another material by means of electricity is called electroplating. For electroplating of copper on another object, the object is dipped in the acidified copper sulfate solution. Suppose we are doing copper plating. For that, the object must be dipped in acidified copper sulfate solution and connected to negative terminal of the battery. That object should be connected to negative terminal of the battery. A copper strip is dipped in the solution and connected to positive terminal of the battery. So a pure strip of copper is connected to positive terminal of the battery. And the object which you want to be deposited which you want to deposit copper on that, you have to take it as one positive terminal of the battery. When electric current is passed through the solution, the copper from the copper strip is deposited on the object. This is called electroplating. Electroplating means it is the process of depositing a layer of any desired metal on another material by means of electricity. For electroplating of copper on an object, the object is dipped in acidified copper sulfate solution and connected to negative terminal of the battery. A copper strip is dipped in the solution and connected to positive terminal of the battery. When electric current is passed through the solution, the copper from copper strips is deposited on the object. This is what is electroplating. So you can do copper plating, chromium plating, etc. So what are the uses of electroplating? Electroplating is used in the industry for coating of metal objects with a thin layer of a desired metal. So electroplating is used in industry. Second one, chromium has a shiny appearance and it does not corrode easily. So chromium plating is done on objects like bicycle parts, car parts, taps, gas burners, wheel rims, etc. Because chromium is a shiny appearance. Chromium has a shiny appearance and it does not corrode. So chromium plating is done on the objects like bicycle parts, car parts, taps, gas burners, wheel rims, etc. Jewelry makers electroplate gold and silver on less expensive metal to give appearance of gold and silver. Tin cans used for storing food are electroplated with a tin over iron because tin is less reactive than iron and protect it from corrosion. So tin can used for storing food are electroplated with tin over iron because tin is less reactive than iron and protect it from corrosion. Iron objects are coated with zinc to protect it from corrosion. This is called galvanization. The process of depositing a thin layer of zinc over iron is called a galvanization.